Liam checked his watch, greeting passengers as he boarded his afternoon train. He was a veteran conductor who knew the route inside and out, and he enjoyed watching people come and go, each with their stories and destinations. As he settled into his seat in the control cabin, he noticed a faint, unusual noise from the engine room. Nothing too alarming, but enough to catch his trained ear. A few minutes later, as the train accelerated, Liam's instincts began to sound an internal alarm. When he attempted to decrease the speed of the train didn't respond. He tried again and again, pressing the brake controls, but nothing happened. Suddenly, a strange voice crackled over the intercom. "Liam," the voice said calmly, "there's no point in trying to stop it. The train has been modified to run without brakes. Consider it a new, non-stop service." The chilling voice paused. "Enjoy the ride, or should I say, survive it." Liam's heart pounded, but he forced himself to stay calm. He had a cabin full of passengers, children, families, elderly people, all unaware of the impending danger. He needed a plan fast. Grabbing his phone, he dialed the police and was connected to a dispatcher who patched him through a crisis specialist, Officer Sarah Mitchell. "Liam, I'm here to help you." Sarah's steady voice came through, instantly grounding him. "Can you give me a full description of the situation?" He detailed the situation, adding that this wasn't an accident. Someone had done this intentionally. "Understood," Sarah replied. "We're working on intercepting control remotely, but in the meantime, I need you to stay calm and keep an eye out for anything unusual." Liam agreed, his mind already racing through the layout of the train and the possible actions he could take. He knew that time was running out and that each second counted. As Sarah coordinated with emergency teams, Liam made his way through the passenger cars. He kept his demeanor steady, offering reassuring nods to passengers, but his eyes scanned every inch of the train. He noticed a nervous-looking man seated near the engine compartment, clutching a bag tightly on his lap. The man looked away as Liam's gaze lingered. Liam moved on, but made a mental note to keep an eye on him. Reaching the back of the train, he opened the maintenance panel, hoping to find a manual override system. Unfortunately, his fears were confirmed. The panel had been tampered with, wires hastily rewired and connected to a strange-looking device. "Sarah, I found a device. It's connected to the brake system," he whispered into his phone. Sarah's voice remained calm but tense. "Alright, Liam, do not touch it just yet. We're working on pinpointing the location and frequency of the sabotage signal. We'll need to disarm it carefully." The atmosphere in the train grew tense as a few passengers sensed something unusual. Liam had to quickly defuse any potential panic, encouraging a group of concerned teenagers to remain seated and assuring a young mother that everything was under control. Liam's mind raced. He was more than just a conductor now. He was the only person standing between these passengers and potential disaster. As he moved back toward the front, his intuition kicked in. Something about the layout, the patterns, and even the strange behavior of some passengers started forming a picture in his mind. He took a deep breath and prepared himself for the challenges ahead. He would need every ounce of his skill, training, and instincts to save everyone on board. Returning to the engine room, Liam noticed something odd. He had taken notice of all the passengers on the train and took note of one man clutching a bag which was no longer seated in a seat. He scanned the area, spotting him hovering near the control panel. The man's face was pale, his hand shaking as he fiddled with something in his pocket. Keeping his voice steady, Liam approached the man. "Everything all right?" he asked, feigning calm. The man stammered, dropping his bag and revealing a glimpse of a device, one with flashing lights and wires. Realizing that this was the sabotager, Liam's instincts kicked in. He subtly activated his phone, allowing Sarah to hear the exchange. "Hey, easy," Liam said, raising his hands in a calming gesture. "I'm just here to keep everyone safe. Why don't you tell me what's going on?" The man hesitated, clearly nervous. I'm not supposed to talk to you. We're just supposed to deliver a message," he mumbled, backing away. Realizing the man was panicking, Liam saw an opening. "Look, we both know this isn't going to end well unless you help me," he said softly. "You don't want to be responsible for all these people." The man's resolve wavered, but he shook his head, clutching the device. Before Liam could intervene, the man rushed toward the back of the train. Liam followed, trying to keep him in sight. He updated Sarah on the man's movements and the suspicion that there were more devices rigged throughout the train. "Liam, stay close to the engine and keep looking for any way to override the controls," Sarah urged. "We're closing in on your location and may need you to cut the power remotely." Liam braced himself. He needed to outmaneuver the saboteur, and he was running out of time. With Sarah's guidance, Liam kept his focus sharp as he returned to the control room. The train was approaching a sharp curve, one that would be fatal if they didn't reduce speed soon. He activated the phone again, speaking quietly. "Sarah, we're nearing a turn. If we don't slow down..." "We're close, Liam," Sarah assured him. "I need you to locate the auxiliary brake system. There should be a manual release you can access." Following her instructions, Liam opened the hidden panel, revealing a set of backup levers connected to an emergency brake system. It was risky, but if they timed it correctly, it might be enough to avoid disaster. Just as he reached for the lever, the saboteur lunged at him from behind. They grappled, the man desperate to prevent Liam from stopping the train. Liam fought to keep control, feeling the seconds tick away. He finally managed to push the man back, securing himself just enough to reach the lever. "Now, Liam," Sarah's voice urged. With all his strength, he pulled the lever, praying it would engage. The train shuddered, slowing slightly, but still moving dangerously fast. As they hit the curve, Liam held his breath, clinging to the panel as the train leaned but didn't derail. They had made it past the critical turn. The saboteur, disoriented from the jolt, was quickly subdued by Liam as he secured the cabin, making sure that no further harm could come from him. The police finally intercepted the train system, slowing it to a gentle stop just outside the nearest station. Passengers erupted in applause, some thanking Liam directly, unaware of just how close they had come to disaster. As he disembarked, Liam spotted Sarah waiting on the platform. She extended her hand, her expression one of gratitude and relief. "Liam, you saved a lot of lives today," she said, her voice filled with admiration. Liam, exhausted but grateful, managed a small smile. "Just doing my job," he replied, though he knew it was much more than that. He had trusted his instincts, navigated unknown dangers, and kept everyone safe. The passengers filtered out, offering thanks and lingering looks of admiration. As he stood on the platform, Liam realized that he would never see the train the same way again. This journey had shown him not only the strength of his intuition, but also the power of courage in the face of the unknown. And with that, he walked away from the tracks, knowing he had made a difference on what could have been his last ride.